it's Deborah. Welcome back to the channel. I'm so excited because I absolutely love fall. It's officially fall and I want to go ahead and share some more fall recipes with you. But before we hop into this video, do me a favor, click on that little red subscribe button down below. I would love for you to be part of my keto journey here, and while you're at that, don't forget to click on that notification bell. That way you're notified every time I upload a video. Now let's get into this yummy goodness here. So I wanted to let you guys know that on September 20th, it was my 1-year keto-versary. So I'm 1 year down on keto, 90 pounds down on keto. I'm still in progress. I still have a ways to go. But the reason why I'm telling you this is because fall is my most favorite time of year. So last year I started keto at the worst possible time. For me, fall is my most favorite time of year to eat. I live for the apple orchards, the pumpkin patches, the caramel apples, the apple cider donuts, the pumpkin pies. And last year when I started keto, I jumped in. I didn't want to do any cheats or anything like that, and I did feel like I was I felt like I was missing out on fall. I really did. So if you're new to keto, I want to help you. I want to help you with these recipes, and I want to help you feel like you're not missing out, that you're part of it. Because we are. This is a lifestyle. We have to adapt, and we just have to be prepared. So enough rambling. I just want to be here to help you so you're not feeling like you're missing out on anything. Because I promise you with these recipes, you're not. So let's get into this video. Now that I told you why we're here, let me just tell you my inspiration for this.
So my inspiration came from this peanut butter macadamia granola from Lolli's. When I first had this, I thought to myself, I need to make something this fall that tastes like caramel apple.
So I did get inspiration from Instagram. One particular person did say that she used the Chayote, and that is Keto Sony. She's been talking about this since January, how she loves using this. I don't know if you've ever heard of Chayote, but I did do a cook with me about 3-4 months ago on a caldo de res where I use the Chayote squash. It's a Mexican squash. It's originally from South America. I grew up eating Chayote in soups, in caldos. So I know that the taste is very subtle and it can adapt to pretty much any taste that you want to give it, just kind of like cauliflower. So we are using Chayote for the apple, and it's going to taste amazing, trust me. These are all the ingredients that we'll be using here today. So we're going to be using the peanut butter macadamia as part of the crisp. This is my sweetener of choice. These are the spices, the Chayote. We're going to be using some lemon and then some xantham gum as a thickening agent. But let's go ahead and hop into it. I will have the recipe listed down below. So first off, what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and clean these up. I'm going to put them in a pot to boil until they're soft, about 20 minutes. I'm not going to cut these. I'm not going to peel them yet. I'm just going to put them whole and put them to boil until they're soft. So I've got the 4 chayotes already starting to boil until they're soft, and it usually takes about 20 minutes. Let's head over and make our caramel for the top. This is a very, very simple sugar-free keto caramel sauce. What you're gonna need is 120 grams of butter, 1 cup heavy whipping cream, 5 tablespoons of granulated sugar substitute. You can use whatever you want. I wanted to use brown. I'm also using brown in the apple crisp, and vanilla. So start off by melting your butter in a pot on medium to low. You don't want to burn the butter. Once the butter is melted, add in your sweetener. So you want to stir this frequently while it's cooking, and you want it to cook until it's golden brown. Once it's golden brown, you want to add in your heavy whipping cream, teaspoon of vanilla. Once you add in your heavy whipping cream and your vanilla, you want to simmer on low for 8 to 10 minutes. You want to stir it occasionally. You don't want it to burn or stick to the bottom of your pan. it has turned into a light caramel color. I'm going to go ahead and remove this off the heat and let it cool down now. I do have to say, this tastes so delicious. You could taste the butteriness with that brown granulated. It tastes so good. It reminds me of walking into Garrett's popcorn shop here in Chicago and ordering some fresh, right off the batch, caramel popcorn. It tastes so delicious. So delicious. So I'm gonna transfer this into a bowl and just let it completely cool off in the bowl. The chayotes are cooked through, they're soft. You could see where I put in the fork to make sure that they were nice and soft. I'm gonna let them hang out here in the bowl, let them cool off. I'm not gonna touch them until they completely cool off. Now that the chayotes are nice and cooled off, what I'm gonna do is I'm going to peel them, and then I am going to slice them up like apple slices. Now that my chayote is cut up and just hanging out and drying up, I'm gonna go ahead and put all the spice mixture in a bowl. I already have 3/4 of the brown sugar in here. You can use any sugar substitute. I'm choosing to use a brown sugar substitute. To this, I'm gonna go ahead and add in 2 tablespoons of ground cinnamon. I like a lot of cinnamon. You can cut back to 1 tablespoon if you don't like so much cinnamon. 1/2 teaspoon of nutmeg we're gonna do. 1 teaspoon of the cream of tartar. And then for the xantham gum, the apple spice, and the allspice, we're gonna do 1/4 teaspoon. Now I'm just gonna mix this all together, make sure it's well combined. So this is the spice mixture that's actually gonna go onto the chayote. It smells delicious. So I do have my oven preheating at 350 degrees. I am opening up the Lollis, and I'm gonna use 1.5 cups of the Lolli's granola. This is so good. It comes out in like huge chunks like this. I just got this bag. I just ordered it. Guys, don't forget that I do have a discount code if you guys want to give Lolli's a try. It's Keto Healthy Me. It's all the information will be listed down in the description box. 1 cup of almond flour, 1 teaspoon of baking powder, and 2 tablespoons of brown sugar. 1/4 cup of cold butter. Now we're gonna mix it up with our hands, and we want a consistency of like a sand consistency. Now if you don't want to purchase the Lolli's, or you don't have time to purchase it, you don't want to try it, you can always use pecans for the topping, for the crisp. So you want this sand-like consistency. Now the last thing I'm going to do is I'm going to add in 1 beaten egg. All right, so we're gonna go ahead and add in the tablespoon of our lemon juice into the chayote and add in our spice mixture. I'm gonna give that a mix, make sure it's well incorporated. Look how delicious that looks. I have more here, so I'm gonna add the rest in. And then I'm gonna finish incorporating the rest of the spice mixture. It looks so good, and it smells so super delicious. And you see how the chayote keeps its shape, its texture? That's why we would use it in caldos. A lot of people have issues with lots of water. Boil them whole in the very beginning. You won't have as much of an issue with the water. So now, I have an 8x8 buttered pan, and I'm just gonna put my chayote in there. Now I'm gonna take our crisp and just pat that right on top. This guy is gonna go into the oven for 40 minutes at 350 degrees till brown and bubbly, and I can't wait to show you what it looks like at the end. Out with 1 minute to spare. I think it looks perfect. So I ended up taking it out at like 38, 39 minutes, but look how beautiful. It's nice and bubbly. This is nice and crisp. Looks so delicious. And homemade caramel sauce, I will let this cool down and plate it up and show you how I plate it up.